Alright, so Helia began charging her cell phone battery when it was 30% charged. After 36 minutes, her cell phone battery was 70% charged. If the cell phone battery charges at a constant rate, okay, so if they tell us that it charges at a constant rate, that is telling us that it is linear, so we will know that it's going to be increasing not by percentage, but by just plus a certain number, or decreasing by a certain number each time. So how many more minutes will it take for her cell phone battery to be exactly 80% charged? So it tells us that when it starts at 30%, and from 30% to 70%, she gained 40%. And she gained that 40% in a matter of 36 minutes. Now, because this charges at a constant rate, we can figure out the amount of time that it will take, because we can set up proportions. We could set up a proportion. So basically it takes 36 minutes for it to be plus 40%, right? But we are at, if you will, we're at 70%. Again, there are probably a number of ways that you could think about it from this part. So if you wanted to say how much time total did it take, you could say, well, if it started at 30 and we wanted to get to 80, that's really plus 50%. So you could say plus 50% is equal to how many minutes? We could then cross multiply. I'm using percentages as a placeholder here. I mean, it's like a unit of measure, so we don't need to make them decimals here. So I'm gonna do, as we had said, that'll end up being 40x equals 50 times 36. So then I'm going to end up dividing by 40 on both sides, and that will give me my x. So let's just do that now. That's going to be 50 times 36, and then that's all divided by 40. So 45. Now, the way that I thought about it is going to make us sort of like take pause for a second, because we kind of have to consider with what we just got. So the way I thought about it was, I wanted to figure out, if it took 36 minutes to gain 40%, how much is it going to take us to gain 50%? And so I went and I found 45. Again, you could probably have done 10%, and you would have gotten a better answer, but I did 45, so be it. So the question is asking how many more minutes will take for her cell phone battery to be exactly 80% charged. Well, in that case, it was just 10. I just gained 10 to get to 80, so I just have to find the difference between these times, and that will give me the amount of time extra that I had to get to 80%. So that's 45 minus 36, and that is going to give us, I believe, just 9. So B should be our answer. And I do appreciate that there's probably better ways to go about this, or faster ways. I don't think mine's all that slow, but it's just a matter of how you think about it.